Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Section 5.6, Solving Percent Problems Activity. Pause while you write Section 5.6 activity in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's activity objective in your math notebook. The objective is use mental math to find the percent of a number. Today we'll be starting on page 117 in your practice journal. We need to look at the cartoon at the top of the page, and it has Newton, who is the dog, talking to the cat, whose name is Descartes. And he says, I have a secret way for finding 21% of 80. And the cat is thinking, I love secrets. And Newton says 10% is 8, and 1% is 8/10. And then the dog, Newton, again says, so 21% is 8 plus 8 plus 8/10. So that equals 16.8, or 16 and 8/10. And then the cat's tired of all this, so he says, get out of here. So our activity, number 1, is finding 10% of a number. How did Newton know that 10% of 80 is 8? So first of all, we write 10% as a fraction. And that, as we recall from previous days, looks like 10 over 100. And when we simplify that, it equals 1/10. Now let's look at method 1, where we use a model. 0% of 80, of course, is 0. And then 10% of 80 is going to be 1/10 of 80. So that would be 1/10 of 80 is going to be 8. And then 20% is going to be 2/10 of 80. So that's going to be 16, or 8 times 2. 3/10 of 80 is going to be 24, or 8 times 3, and so on. 4/10 is going to be 32. 5/10 is going to be 40, or 50%. 60% is going to be 48. 70% is going to be 56. 80% is 64. And 90%, or 9/10, is 72. So that's method 1, which is a nice way to look at it because you can see the model. And then method 2, which is probably the way you're going to end up doing this most of the time, is to use multiplication. 1/10 times 80 over 1, because 80 is a whole number, equals 80/10. And when you simplify that, that equals 8. How do you move the decimal point? This is letter B. How do you move the decimal point to find 10% of a number? So if you think about it, we had 80, and we just moved the decimal point one place to the left. So we move it one place to the left. There is no written assignment for this flipped activity. You need to be sure you submit your exit slip or you will have a 0 for your grade. Please remember to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson. You need to complete your exit slip back at the website. You also need to come to our next class prepared with the journal pages that we did during the flipped lesson or any other work that we did for the flipped lesson completed. You also need to be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed, and be ready with any questions you have for your teacher, and as always, have a good attitude. We'll see you tomorrow in class. Remember to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson. You must complete your exit slip. You must come to our next class prepared with your journal pages or any other work that we did during the flipped lesson completed, and you need to be prepared with any work that was assigned during the flipped lesson completed. Be prepared with any questions you have about the content of the flipped lesson and a good attitude. We'll see you in class tomorrow.